Welcome everyone in HueFin News. Today is March the 16th, 2018, and we're here to give you all the news according to the charts. Now, everything that I say on this video is not to be considered investment advice, simply for the fact is because we are not investment advisors. Okay, so anything mentioned on this video, even on this channel, is not to be considered investment advice. Please do your own research, and as well, investing involves risk. Okay, so I just want to get that out the way. And now let's get into the nitty-gritty of what you guys are really watching the video for, and that is where we're expecting these cryptocurrencies to go in tomorrow's trading. And as of now, the market is doing exactly what we expected it to do, move back up to the upside. I told you all in our video posted yesterday that we were expecting the market to move higher, but just simply to go back to another area of resistance, which is what is occurring right now in the market as I'm doing this video. So we're pretty much still on track in our analysis and our price predictions of where we think these cryptocurrencies are likely to go. We will go into the other charts to see whether or not we're expecting the market to resume to higher prices, or are we noticing more because of the weakness to where the market will just go up to that resistance area, which is doing now, and then bounce back down to the downside. So we'll talk about that individually as we go throughout each of these altcoins. Okay. One of the things that I want to bring to your attention is the fact that you guys can see on this website, CoinMarketCap, that the Bitcoin dominance is still almost around 50% now. And as the market cap is dwindling in size, in scope, in price, Bitcoin dominance is increasing. So it continues to show us that either the participants in this cryptocurrency space are more excited about Bitcoin than they are with the other altcoins. And it simply means that those enthusiasts who were more involved with the other altcoins are simply leaving the market, and the outlier, which is Bitcoin, is maintaining its strength. So that's why Bitcoin dominance, in our opinion, is increasing while the market cap is decreasing in size. Just one thing I just want to bring to your attention, because I know a lot of people is not speaking about how Bitcoin is increasing its market size and its market share comparatively to all the other altcoins. So I think I will say that a lot of the diehard crypto enthusiasts are more involved in Bitcoin than they are with the other altcoins. So I think the big three, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, will be the ones to really endure this market downturn that we're going through right now. Okay. A lot of the other altcoins who are relatively new will have to go through the pains and the hardships of what Bitcoin went through to test its resilience, and as well to make sure it can make it out through the end of the storm. So that's what we're going through with these other altcoins. In our opinion, Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and Ethereum have pretty much been in storms, have been through major downturns in the market. So that's why Bitcoin dominance is maintaining its, or rather increasing in its dominance in the cryptocurrency space. So just want to bring that to your attention as I do this video today. Just one thing that just dawned on my mind as I prepared for today's analysis. So now let's look at this website again. Bitcoin is up almost 4%. Ethereum is also up almost 3%. Across the board, a lot of the cryptocurrencies are moving higher, but it's just making some modest gains comparative to what the cryptocurrency space is able to give you on a daily basis, because it is not out of the norm for cryptocurrencies to give you 15-20% daily gains in the market. So when you see a 3% gain, that's phenomenal when you're looking at it in the stock market or the financial market, or even commodities. But when you see 4%, 3%, is not as important as a 15%, 20% gain in the cryptocurrency space. So when I say modest gains, I'm just simply speaking in relative terms comparative to the cryptocurrency space. Bitcoin Cash is up 11.31%. Litecoin is up 4.20%. Cardano is up almost 1%. Cardano has definitely been one of the cryptocurrencies that has lost a lot of funding in the market space, back down to around 18 cents. NEO as well is up 3.5%, Seller 2.61, EOS is up 2.61 as well, Monero is up almost 2%, Dash 3%, and IOTA 6.83%. So now let's look into our analysis for today. So Bitcoin currently is up 4.74%. Last trade was $8,517. Daily price chart for Bitcoin. Again, we're definitely noticing the market closing towards high of the bar. The volume is light compared to what has been the last 2 days. So I think we're still in that consolidation currently as I'm doing this video. But it is a good thing to see that the market is closed towards the high of the bar. Currently, we're not at the end of the bar. So as always, our analysis can change. We're just giving you a point in time of what we're noticing in the market for our analysis. So now let's look at the 3-hour bars for Bitcoin. So now we're looking at the 3-hour bars, and the $8,600 is still holding pretty strong as resistance. You guys can see on that last 3-hour bar that was completed, stockpile came in the market. We still have interest in prices right now around $8,400 to $8,600. Stockpile is still coming in on this current 3-hour bar. But if that current 3-hour bar closes above the previous close, then we're still expecting the market to continue to move higher. But we would need to see volume to appear around that $8,500 area in order for Bitcoin to break $8,600. So that's the only thing that we're literally waiting for, is the volume to pick up right there around $8,500 to break that $8,600 resistance area. Because if it does, then we're looking for market to move higher. So now we're looking at the 1-hour bars. Again, consolidation is going on. In Bitcoin, stockpile is still coming in the market. Market participants is just simply consolidating. But we are noticing more precursors of strength right here within this consolidation, which is precursors of weakness. But as long as the market continues to consolidate and trade sideways without moving lower, then the market has higher potential of moving to the upside. Market could definitely come back down to $8,400 to find support first, because there was resistance here, and as well as it kind of held support there. So there's a definite possibility for Bitcoin to move lower, but we're looking for it, if it does, to come to $8,400 first. Currently, the interest in higher prices is becoming weaker than moving higher. So this is the 30-minute bars for Bitcoin. You guys can see that we're not out the woods yet. Market came and touched 84.80 multiple times, and it has closed above it multiple times as well. But we're not out the woods yet. So our analysis for Bitcoin is just to continue that consolidation. And if we start getting more precursors of weakness bars with higher volume, then the market will be moving lower. But we're okay with seeing precursors of weakness bars on light volume as long as the market doesn't fall. So right now we're just in that waiting period for Bitcoin to make its next move to the upside or to the downside. Currently, they're still trying to make it to the upside. So at best, in the short term, we're just expecting Bitcoin to consolidate. And if we continue to get more precursors of weakness, then it will be moving lower. We told you all $8,400 needs to hold that support at best for Bitcoin to continue to move higher. So now let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum. So Ethereum is up 3.24%. Last trade was $617.87. Daily price chart for Ethereum. Market, at least for the time being on the daily price chart, is closing above the previous close. But obviously you guys can see, starting out in trading today, the market moved lower all the way down to $503 and $583.60. Market currently is closing towards the high of the bar, which is pretty good. Pretty much expecting the same thing to occur in Ethereum, just as what is occurring in Bitcoin. So we're still seeing weakness or stockpile coming in the market on this last 3-hour bar for Ethereum. The market is definitely trading right now around that prior area resistance. So we will need to see another push to go up bar or precursors of strength in Ethereum in order for them to break $620. Let's look at the 1 hour bar. So again, the 1 hour bar is giving us stockpile and precursors of weakness here around $620, which can be expected because we came here earlier here in the background, but now we're back here again and the volume is light, so the market can move lower, could come back down to $610 or even $615 in the short term, but then it could catch support and move higher from there. I want to see where resistance is. So the market, if Ethereum breaks $620, is going to be around $640. That's that next resistance area in Ethereum. It's right there around $640. So currently we're still expecting the market to move higher, but we noticed that on the last 3 hour completed bar, this one here has stockpile on it. So this next 3 hour bar closes below, then in short term, expecting the market to move back to the downside to catch support around 613 all the way back down to $600 and then move higher from there. So currently we're still within that transition between consolidation to moving higher. Now, in order for us to move out of that transition, we need the market to give us a push to go up bar to break through that $620 resistance area. So now let's take a look at Bitcoin Cash. So Bitcoin Cash is up 11.31%. Last trade was $1,015.50. So again, we have a very wide spread bar current today in Bitcoin Cash with stockpile coming in. The market as well started out trending lower today, but as you guys can definitely see, the market overcame it and it came right back, tried to hit that $1,100 area that acted as support on the 25th February. And as well around the beginning half of February, the market came and held support there. So now we're getting stockpile to come in the market on Bitcoin Cash. But we told you all in our video 2 days ago, even yesterday's video, that we needed to keep an eye on Bitcoin Cash because it was definitely trying to give us more strength than a lot of the other altcoins to do our analysis for. So today is pretty much coming to fruition right now that Bitcoin Cash definitely has more interest in the market rather than some of the other altcoins. Market was able to come all the way up to 1060. Now we're getting stockpile coming to market with validation that it is selling occurring in the market right now. So we're still expecting Bitcoin Cash to possibly move lower to hold support around $1,000. So that's what we're expecting. That's what we're predicting and forecasting to occur in the market, especially this current 3 hour bar closes with the low, closes at the low of the bar. Okay, we're still expecting the market to move lower. So now we're looking at the 1 hour bar. Market for Bitcoin Cash was able to come all the way up to that 1060 area. And just like I stated, more stockpile came into the market. And now we're getting weakness to enter in. And we're looking for the market to continue to move lower in the short term, but then catch support around that $1,000 area and then move higher from there. So now let's take a look at Ripple. Ripple is up 5.10%. Last trade was around 69 cents, close to 70 cents. Daily price chart for Ripple again. Market came all the way up to 70 cents, almost 71 cents today. Look at the volume. The volume is also light, so consolidation is definitely taking place in Ripple at the moment. Looking at the 3 hour bars for Ripple again, stockpile is coming in. So the market is holding resistance around that 70 cents area. Let's take a look at the 1 hour bars. So even looking at the 1 hour bar, you guys can see on this particular bar here to where stockpile came in, and ever since then the market has been moving lower. Non-interest in higher prices is what we're seeing right now. So we're still expecting the market to move lower in Ripple. The market will need to give us a push to go a bar above 71 cents with volume in order for us to move higher. If that does not occur, then at best, the best thing we're going to get is consolidation. So our analysis is for Ripple to continue to consolidate or even possibly move lower. Okay, now if it moves lower, it needs to find support around 69 cents or even 68 cents in order for us to move higher in tomorrow's trading. So now Litecoin is next. So Litecoin is up 6.29%. Last trade was $169.92. Daily price chart for Litecoin is definitely giving us another precursors of strength bar in the market, but it simply is now back trading at another area of resistance that occurred on the 10th of February and as well around the 1st of February. The volume is also light, so obviously there's not that many sellers in the market today, or we don't have no interest in higher prices. So let's take a look at the 3-hour bars for Litecoin. If this current 3-hour bar closes above this previous close, it is telling us that the market participants are still interested in higher prices, but they will have to overcome this resistance area here. Okay, so we need to see a bar that doesn't have any stockpile on it to break through that $170 area, because if so, then expect Litecoin to possibly move a little bit higher, but then we're still expecting more stockpile to come in and then it'll move lower. So at best, the market for Litecoin can move higher, but we're not expecting it to move that high because it has to overcome a lot of this in the background in order for them to move higher. So let's take a look at the 1 hour real quick. So even looking at the 1 hour bar, interest in higher prices is still there on the 1 hour bar. So the market may try to make another quick shot to the upside around 172 or even $174. And within that process, we need to pay attention to see whether or not we get stockpile or not, because if we do, then the market will look like these particular bars where stockpile is coming in. So currently we're still looking for Litecoin to move a little bit higher, but as I stated earlier, it will not happen if it cannot break this resistance area, which it is currently trying to do now. So the next 1 hour bar, next 3 hour bar, if it closes below that previous close bar, then expect Litecoin to move lower. So now let's take a look at Dash. So Dash is up 2.85%. Last trade was $423.22. So Dash is giving us another consolidation day for the daily price bars. Stockpile is still being revealed today in the market for Dash. So it's obviously one of the weaker cryptocurrencies in the market today. Even on the 3 hour bars, it cannot break that $430 area. This is the third time that Dash came up to $430 and is not able to at least close above it. All those are indications of precursors of weakness. And if the market cannot break $430, then we're expecting them to move lower. So that's the only caveat that is holding Dash from moving higher, is that $430 resistance area, which right now it is not being successful. So now let's go ahead and take a look at NEO. So NEO as well is up 4.63%. Last trade was $70.72. Daily price bar for NEO, we have had a definite downturn to occur in NEO over the last couple of weeks. Market is trying to find support now, but we don't have a lot of volume participating in today's trading. Market even today currently is closed above the previous close. So the best that NEO is going to be doing for tomorrow is consolidation. Market definitely could come back up to $72. It tried on this particular bar, came all the way up to $71.59. Currently we're getting stockpile to come in the market once again. So the only way that NEO will move higher is if it gives us another precursor of strength to break through $72. If not, consolidation will continue until such time, and consolidation is going to be between $72 all the way back down to and around $68 or even $66. Okay. So we're taking a look at the 1 hour bar for NEO, and we did get a precursors of strength bar here. Market did not confirm it for the next 3 hours, so we're not getting any interest in higher prices. So at best in the short term, we're expecting NEO to move lower until it finds support. So now let's look at Monero. So Monero is up 1.99%. Last trade was $215.90. Daily price chart for Monero, pretty much the same day as what we had yesterday. Market started out moving to the downside. $200 held at support, which is great. But now we're getting more resistance and stockpiling coming to the market for Monero. So as I zoom in, you guys can see that $220 in or around that price, 223, was acting as resistance for Monero, and we got stockpile coming in right now in this previous completed 3 hour bar. So we're still getting stockpile on the current one. If this current 3 hour bar closes below the previous close, then yes, we're going to go back to the downside. We're going to move lower. So even on the 1 hour bar, market came all the way up to 222. We did not confirm it. Got a push to go down, and now stockpile is definitely coming to the market. So we're still looking for Monero to move lower. Might come back down to 212 in the short term. It definitely go lower than that because a lot of volume came in on this particular bar, which simply tells us that buyers either came in to support the market here around 215. I'm sorry, 216. If that's the case, then this next 1 hour bar needs to close above, and then the market's going to be moving higher. That's going to be our analysis. So as you watch this video, if this current 3 hour bar that I'm circling the mouse over, it closes below, then expect Monero to move lower because a lot of volume came on this particular bar, and it simply tells us that the market got hit with a lot of sellers. So now the last one is going to be NANO. Daily price chart for NANO. We told you all yesterday in our video to expect NANO to come down and find support around 10,000. It did that on today's trading. 10,200 is where it came down to. Market is still showing lack of interest in higher prices though. 3 hour bars for NANO. As always, you guys will see stockpile coming in the market. Market was able to at least come up to around 11,200 today, but stockpile came in the market, so we're still going through that consolidation in NANO. So if that 10,600 does not hold that support, then NANO will continue its move lower, but at best right now it is consolidating. So that's one of the good things that we do see in NANO. But if this current 3 hour bar, which closes in an hour and 53 minutes, closes below the previous close, then yes, expect NANO to come back down and try 10,600 in the short term. Okay, let's take a look at the 1 hour. So looking at the 1 hour bars, market definitely is not giving us any interest in higher prices. It needs to hold support right there around 10,800 in order for them to resume to higher prices. If it doesn't, then it will be moving lower. So that's going to be our analysis. It's simply for more consolidation to even possibly move into the downside. So that's all I have for today. March the 16th, 2018. Quick recap of what we noticed in the market. Yes, the market is moving higher today. We expected that, but we didn't get that inclination that the market is really going to move to the upside. So at best, we're still looking for these cryptocurrencies to consolidate on the daily price chart. Okay, so you look at the daily price chart, pinpoint where the resistance and the support areas are, and then that's that consolidation that we're talking about. We're not seeing a lot of interest in higher prices, so the market actually can make another quick move to the upside, but then get hit with more stockpile and then move back down into that consolidation period. We're just not seeing a lot of interest right now as we're doing this video for these cryptos to break out and move higher. For instance, these cryptocurrencies are simply right back trading towards another prior area resistance, and it has to break that in order for them to move higher. If it doesn't, the market will go back to the downside. So that's another thing that we are noticing in the market that is holding us back from saying that the market is going to continue to move higher. We need to get a push to go a bar to break those resistance areas in order for that to occur. So that's all I have for today. Everyone, make sure you maintain profitability, and I will talk to you all later.